Welcome back. In this part we're gonna do some more side quests. Something in a cream? Oh, whatever shall I do? This dress. I just can't seem to finish it. Oh, the design is flawless, absolutely flawless. Of that I have no doubt. But I simply cannot settle on the color for the life of me. How would you like to conduct a bit of field research for me? I'm dying to know what color the ladies of Ul'dah are wearing these days, especially on the hustling strip. And when you're finished, please call on Leuku at the Alchemist Guild. The woman is a wizard with dyes. Have her cook up whatever color you find is most popular. All of Eorzea foams at the mouth whenever a new Sunsilk dress is revealed. My colleagues and I are always under enormous pressure. The most popular color of late? Well, all colors have their merits of course, but if pressed, I have to say red. Almost forgot. Beyond lies the upper tier of Ul'dah, home to nobles and aristocrats alike. Know that the eyes of the Sultan Sworn are upon you at all times. Why, any color is perfectly fine for a dress, you silly thing, so long as it comes off easily at the end of the night. Wise words. The royals strut about as though the sun shone out of their arses, but I hear life in the palace isn't nearly as sweet as they have us believe. Word is, most merchants lead far fatter lives than any of the Sultan's blood. I don't think that comes up ever again. At least not in the... for as far as I played. What color is in fashion? Well, I must say I just came back from Gridania, and I find there's a certain verve to verdant livery green, you bloody idiot. Time was, the Sultan's Sworn were the finest warriors in Ul'dah, but they've since grown as feeble and flaccid as the royal family itself. Hells, they'll not even a match for the brass blades before long. Best color for a dress? Well, you know what they say. Once you go black, you never go back. We Sultan Sworn have vowed to put the safety of the Sultana and her house before all else, but I could sure go for a sandwich. Well, you can't defend the Sultana on an empty stomach. Yellow. What fairer color than in the name of the fairest maiden? Yellow moon. Oh, yellow moon, how my heart pines for you. Speaking of colors though, the fountain and plaza are known as the Gold Court. In former days, many a royal gala graced its stones. There's never a shortage of white dresses on Ul'dah ladies. Surely it is the most comfortable color to wear under this murderous sun. Just mentioning a treacherous sun causes fatigue, and my passion for alchemy is such that I oft forget to sleep. And so I have resolved to concoct a magical elixir, a potable that shall imbue the imbiber with the energy of a bull, red with raking rage. Sleep, be gone. Personally, I always had a thing for a motley of red and green overlaid with stripes of purple and dark brown. It's been months since I joined the guild, yet they've taught me only the most basic alchemy. It's possible that seeing my own questionable alchemical concoctions has influenced my taste in color palettes. Well, at least it was more original than the other colors we heard so far. I think this is also the last guild we visit. Red, ever and always, this is Ul'dah, my dear girl, where the sun beats on your back with fiery fists, and the sins and sands are hot and unforgiving and everywhere at once. We Uldans live for our passions, and our lust for life is surpassed only by our lust for lust. Didn't you hear me, girl? Red is the only way to go in the city. Now off with you. I have alchemical formulae to work out. Or maybe it's his lust for lust. That's taken his priorities right now. You are here on behalf of the Weavers Guild, are you not? Yes. Ethelwine said you'd be along. Well, what color is it to be then? It sounds as though you have 2 votes for red, 1 vote each for green, yellow, white and black, 1 abstaining and 1 vote for a motley of red and green overlaid with stripes of purple and dark brown. By no means a resounding victory, but I suppose red it shall be. I have some catalysts I've been saving for just such an occasion. Mark my words, I'm going to concoct the most vibrant red Ul'dah has ever seen. Alchemy may look arcane and esoteric to the uninitiated, but it is grounded in naught but science and experimentation. Indeed, I dare say it does more to advance culture and civilization than any other discipline. I realize what it looks like to the untrained eye. Nothing more than making medicine day in and day out, right? But what if I told you I mix dyes as well? No, I suppose that's just as boring. Yes, yes, yes! At last, my work is complete. Mark my words, this formula will revolutionize alchemy as we know it. With just a sip of this tonic, even raging fevers will be instantly extinguished. But I must needs test it, adventurer. While I produce more, I bid you take this badge to Pearl Lane, to a man there named Landebert. He is trusted by the other refugees. Persuade this Landebert to take my tonic and give it to his people. I require nothing in exchange. After all, if it is truly effective, it will be a tremendous boon to the advancement of the alchemic arts, and mankind at large. It is my life's work as an alchemist to brew an elixir of such potency that a single sip will cure any ailment. Why, people would shower me with gil for such a potion. Will they not? So, he let slip his priorities there. Medicine for the sick. An earthly smelling medicine created by budding alchemist Alwyn Alder. Ha! We're not fools, lass. We know full well what this bastard Alwyn is up to. But we'll accept this medicine nonetheless. Look at us, beggars can't be choosers. Might be as it's a mere experiment to him, but to us it's a matter of life and death. If we got to choose between this bastard's swill and nothing at all, is it really a choice? Few come by choice, a few are still bearing medicine. Your kindness shouldn't go unrewarded. This vase is important to us, but I want you to have it. It's just some old pottery, I know, but it might be valued by collectors of cultural artifacts. There are men who are willing to pay good coin for such objects. If you go to the Sapphic Avenue Exchange, chances are you'll find one of them. Can I help you? All you're going to find here are the poor and the desperate. Not the types who interest an adventurer looking for coin. Best move along, friend. Then we do. This one will involve a lot of talking, if I remember correctly. And you are? Ho! A newly come adventurer, but of course, yes, I am Cesaroga. What can I do for you? Ah, you would have me teach you the ways of the marketplace. Very wise. As for my fee, what, you expect me to do it for free? Surely you jest. My dear adventurer, when you ask an Ul'dah for a favor, you should at least try to make it worth his while. Judging by your garb, I rather doubt you can afford my services, but the fact you offer nothing is laughable. A slip of bound parchment, entrusted to you by Quicksand proprietress Momodi Modi. Oh, Mistress Momodi instructed you to seek me out, did she? Consider yourself fortunate to have such influential friends. I shall be brief, and you shall be attentive. You stand in the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, the busiest and most profitable marketplace in the Sultanate. Being advantageously situated in relation to the other city-states, Ul'dah's markets have ever served as both literal and figurative centers of Eorzean commerce. All the great overland trade routes lead to our city, and the majority of maritime trade between Vildebrand and Aldenard passes through our ports. Because of this, countless companies and consortia have chosen Ul'dah as the base of operations. They see to it that this marketplace is awash with merchants and moneylenders day and night. Anything a man could ever desire can be purchased here, provided as he has sufficient funds. Surely there's something you seek, adventurer? A deadlier sword, perhaps, or a shinier trinket? Whatever it is you want, the exchange will have it. To the north, you will find merchants peddling armor and accessories, curatives and crafting materials. And to the south, you will find weapons, tools and an assortment of other useful items for sale. Seek out a particular merchant or browse to your heart's content, but do try to remain aloof should you find something that piques your interest. Decisions made in the heat of the moment are usually unwise, especially where coin is concerned. That's all the complimentary aid you shall have from me, and far too much for my taste. My regards to Momodi. Now, off with you. Try not to become too engrossed in shopping, adventurer. While you haggle over some overpriced curiosity, a cut purse might be eyeing you. Welcome, welcome. What might a discerning lady like yourself be looking for today? The crack was there before you found it. Honest. Permit me to examine this face of yours. I hope you did not spend too much coin on this trash. A flood of like items brought in by refugees has destroyed what demand once existed. The markets are fickle, my friend. If you lose sight of current trends, you stand to lose everything, as I once did. Market wards once bore my name, until fate and hubris reduced me to this. For your sake, I pray that you do not have to learn this lesson the same way I did. Welcome, welcome. If you seek a bargain, the Sapphire Avenue Exchange has wares for every conceivable taste and inclination. Time to return to Momodi and finish the first main quest. Oh well, second if you count the one in the tutorial. How was your tour of the city, Monocate? Get lost, did you? Aye, well, Uldah's a big place with lots to see and do, but wandering around aimlessly don't pay the bills. If you're serious about making a living here, you'll need to remember where things are. So when you go exploring, explore like you got a purpose, eh? Alright then, all that's left for you is to work hard, make money and spend it here at the Quicksand. And I thought she was just being nice. So, I'm about to end this part, because I don't have a lot of time today. In the next part, we will do the second Gladiator class quest, and probably some more side quests. As I said, I'm gonna take it slow with this playthrough, but you probably already noticed that, if you took the time to watch every single video in this playthrough. Thanks for that if you did. Anyway, see ya.